So it's been a couple of weeks now since the Batman's been out. I'm sure a lot of you probably at this point may have seen it, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about what my thoughts are, a little bit about what the movie was about, and some plot points and some spoilers that I may touch on. So if you haven't seen the movie, please veer away. Anyways, the Batman. This is a movie I was looking forward to since, since like about 2019. And this movie definitely answered the call. I will say that. It's a different take of Batman. A lot of the other Batman movies we've gotten have been more of a seasoned veteran Batman, with the exception of Batman Begins. This Batman is basically him just starting. So it takes place in a very dark Gotham City. This Gotham City had a good feel to it. It reminded me a little bit of the Tim Burton Gotham, but a little bit of the Christopher Nolan grounded in reality type of Gotham City. Dark, it's around that Halloween time, so you get the kind of like the spooky Halloween vibes, dark feel. It reminded me of a Saw movie, to be honest with you. You have the Riddler who kills the Gotham City mayor, and from there, Batman gets involved. And Batman, he is starting off in year 2, so he's kind of like new to the realm of being Batman. He's not very seasoned, doesn't come with a plethora of experience, but he's out there, and he's out there, he's on the ground, and he's there to kick ass and take names, basically. The opening shot, the opening scene with Robert Pattinson walking as Batman in the rain, with the score of Michael Giacchino of The Batman. His score was excellent. His score was on the money. It was one of the best scores I've heard in a movie in a very long time. This movie was beautifully shot, great cinematography, plot points. You have, like I said, you had Batman who was involved in the murder case of the mayor of Gotham City at the time. Lieutenant Gordon and Batman, they work together. They've had a relationship already. He's Lieutenant Gordon, he's not Commissioner Gordon yet. So he's kind of like new as well. And they discover basically that the Riddler was leaving messages behind after each murder, leaving clues, and these messages were directed to Robert Pattinson's Batman. The Gotham police don't really take well to Batman. He's not really part of their task force, basically. You could see there was conflict with Gotham City police and Batman. The only person that was there to really help Batman out was Gordon, just like in any other iteration of Batman. But basically they just follow Gordon and Batman work together. They follow the clues left by the Riddler. Kind of brought me back to the old Arkham City days of the video game, the Arkham trilogy. And they go after the Riddler. They're basically just on they're just hunting the Riddler down, while the Riddler is basically like Jigsaw from Saw, just planting traps and crazy traps. One trap with a head thing, kind of reminded me of Saw, and then there was like a rat that was kind of like eerie. And so yeah, so Batman's after him. You see Batman going into nightclubs trying to find out information. There he meets the Penguin. He presses the Penguin in different parts of the movie. Basically, the Penguin is there in the movie, but he wasn't a major plot point in the sense of like involved in the murders, if you understand what I'm saying. I believe HBO Max is looking to create a spin-off series of the Penguin, so that's probably why we didn't get a lot of him. But in the club, he meets Selina Kyle. He discovers that Selina Kyle has her other side to her as Catwoman. Seeing her sneaking around, jumping around. So he, allies with Selina Kyle as Catwoman, and they work together to try to bring down Falcone, to see how Falcone is involved with everything that's going on with the murders. It's a crazy movie. Ultimately, they do get to the Riddler. They do find the Riddler. You actually see that in the trailer. The Riddler was actually involved as an orphanage. The orphanage that was run by the Bruce Wayne family, by Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne, Bruce's parents. So there's a tie there. There's a historical tie there. He tries to bring it around that the Wayne family is the ones that are really hurting Gotham City, trying to paint a picture in Bruce's mind that his father wasn't all that he seemed to be. And then there was Alfred there to kind of like console Batman, Bruce Wayne, and let him know that it was all just a lie by the Riddler, and that's the reason why his parents were killed. You get the hint of the Joker at the end in Arkham Asylum where the Riddler is. So I'm looking forward to the Batman 2. The acting in this movie, spot on. I really enjoyed Robert Pattinson as the Batman. I don't want to say he was the best Batman I've seen. Not yet. I need to see him in a few more Batman movies. I want to see that maturity of him as Bruce Wayne. But Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, she was really good. I still have my favorism towards Michelle Pfeiffer, but she was good. Paul Dano as the Riddler was awesome. He kind of like had this feel like Heath Ledger. It was like a very like eerie feel that he brought to the movie. And then you had Colin Farrell, who I didn't even recognize. I did not even recognize him as the Penguin. And now they're making a series, a spin-off series of him in HBO Max. So that should be interesting. I really, really enjoyed this movie. If I had to score this movie from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 10. It was a hell of a Batman movie. It had the score, it had the capture of Batman, the darkness. It was one of my favorite Batman movies of all time. We can talk about rankings in another video, but yeah, that's my take on the Batman. Go see it, enjoy it. It's a hell of a movie. It's long, but for me as a Batman fan, I didn't even feel it. All right, J-Rev, please like and subscribe, and until next time.